Are you wondering why you're working hard but don't seem to be getting the results that you're looking for? The answer could lie in your thought life. In this video, I'm going to share with you Napoleon Hill's #1 key to success. Hey, my name is Cory Lee. I help build leaders and transform culture. And if you're looking for videos like this, I put one out every week. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss one. Let's go. So our mastermind group, we've been going through a book study on one of the most popular books of all time, Think and Grow Rich. It was actually written back in the 1930s, written by Napoleon Hill. The interesting thing about Napoleon Hill, he spent 20 years and he studied the lives of 25,000 people. 500 of these were the wealthiest, most successful people in the world at that time. I mean, we're talking about, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Rockefeller. And what he did was, after studying their lives, he found that there were 13 principles of success that separated these 500 from everybody else. And so I wanted to kind of dive into some of these principles in here and start with one of the first chapters in the book. The chapter 1, listen to the title of this. Thoughts are things. He said, truly, thoughts are things. You think about that. Everything you see first started out as an idea. Started out as an idea in somebody's mind. This iPhone that I'm recording on started out in the mind of somebody. This computer right here started out as an idea in somebody's mind. Thoughts are things. And all through the book, at the beginning of it, he says there's a secret in the book. The secret is actually knowing what you want. Knowing what you want and creating a burning desire around that thing. I get the opportunity to work with all kind of people from the leadership lane, coach people one-on-one. And one of the most difficult things that I have found is that people have a hard time going down the route to discover what they truly want. Like, I truly believe that every single person is created in the image of God and that He has put something in their heart. But it's almost like we have a hard time allowing ourselves to go down that route. And so he calls it the secret in the book, discovering that desire. I want to read you just a couple of things that stood out to me. He talks about having this definite purpose, and those people who know that definite purpose and stand by that definite purpose. He said one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when overtaken by temporary defeat. One more time, says it in a slightly different way back over here. He says, one of the main weaknesses of mankind is the average person's familiarity with the word impossible. Impossible. He knows all the rules that will not work. He knows all the things that cannot be done. Here's what I want you to know is that you have an imagination. I have an imagination, and we all use our imagination. We can use our imagination to create worst-case scenarios. We can use our imagination to talk about all the ways something can't work or all the ways it's going to go wrong. Or we can use our imagination to create plans. We can use our imagination to think of, well, if it were possible, how would it be possible? It triggers the creative use of our imagination. He goes on to say, success comes to those who become success conscious. Failure comes to those who are indifferently allow themselves to become failure conscious. And so as you listen to this video and as you think about that, think about what's been on your mind over the last week. Like, what have been the dominating thoughts that you've allowed kind of stir in your mind? Have they been more geared towards success, or has it been more geared towards failure? Has it been more positive? Has it been more negative? And so if you think about what he said, that thoughts are things, and if that is a reality, if that's true, what will you be creating by the thoughts that you have been allowing to stew in your mind? I just want you to know that nothing is impossible. I think Muhammad Ali, who said impossible is not a fact, it's only an opinion. And truly, whatever you think is impossible, eventually somebody's going to make it happen. They're going to make it a reality. And if you ever doubt that, here's what I want to challenge you to do. I want to challenge you to go outside. I want you to go look up at the moon and think about this. They got footprints on the moon. There are footprints on the moon. That's incredible. I think I saw this the other day. Like, they are now 3D printing hearts for heart transplants. Think about that. Y'all know the 3D printer, you type it in and it just boop, 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 and it pops out. They are 3D printing hearts for heart transplant. What I'm trying to say is that, I don't know about you, but the goals that I'm trying to pursue, the things that I'm trying to make a reality, cannot be as difficult to figure out how to make it a reality as putting somebody on the moon and how to 3D print a heart for a heart transplant. He says thoughts our thing. And so as I wrap up this video here, I want to ask you something. When I get the opportunity to work with people one-on-one in coaching, the very first thing we do is we create a vision statement. And so I ask, like, if you think about where would you love to be 6 months from now? Like, what would that look like? Where would you love your family to be? Where would you love your faith to be? Where would you love your career, your finances, your health and fitness? Where would you love all that to be? And just kind of get into the clouds and get creative just a little bit and let it flow. Get it out on a piece of paper. Allow yourself to go down that route of discovery. And once you get that all out, kind of look at it and then combine it all into about 2 to 3 sentences. And you're going to write that in the present tense. And then you're going to repeat it out loud. You're going to say that vision statement out loud every day, twice a day. And here's the reason why. If you've ever had that experience where you bought a car and you've never seen that car out, maybe you've never seen that model out before, and then as soon as you buy that car, doggone, them cars everywhere. The reality was that car was there the entire time. It just wasn't on the forefront of your mind. It wasn't in your awareness. And so the purpose for saying your vision statement is the same thing. Everything you need to make that vision statement a reality is around you right now. All the people you need to meet, all the resources, all the ideas is there around you right now. But many times we lack the awareness. And so my challenge to you is I want you to say it out loud enough times that when the opportunity comes, that you are aware of the opportunity. I had a mentor say to me one time, Cory, it does you no good to be in the right place at the right time if you lack the awareness that you're even there.